Change the subject on you, but we're going to stay on the dog theme. I want to bring you up to date on my pets at home. This is something I've touched over the years, little by little. Talking about my dogs and cats at home. I'd like to tell you the latest, what's going on. The one I talked about the earliest and most often was Tippy. Little Tippy. Tippy was a mixed terrier. And Tippy committed suicide about 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah, I've had a lot of dogs do that. Haven't you? Oh, shit, I've had 6 or 7 dogs just run out in front of a truck for no apparent reason. And you can never tell there's anything bothering them beforehand. No sign of turmoil or trouble. You know, they don't show up wearing a Judas Priest t-shirt with a new companion who can't make eye contact. I guess one day they just snap in their little heads. They're snapping. Out they go into traffic in front of a truck and boom. And we looked at it, we said, well, that's what Tippy wanted to do. That was Tippy's little decision. Who are we to interfere in the plans of a dog? So we just processed our grief and moved along, as so many of us had to do in the 80s. Then we got Annie. Annie was a mixed shepherd. Everything we had was mixed something. Even a lot of people in the family, when I think of it. And some of the livelier ones, too. Annie was supposed to have been a German shepherd, according to my drug-taking friend who gave her to me. You know, he handed me a little puppy, and he said, this is going to be a German shepherd. And I, being full of drugs at the time myself, I said, well, fuck yeah. You can already see the ears. And, of course, it never happened. I used to call her my Austrian shepherd because she never quite made it to the German border.
Austrian. Oh, man.
But Annie isn't with us anymore either. Annie had to go away. That's the way we say it at home. That's the only euphemism we allow ourselves. Annie had to go away. It happens, huh? Doesn't it? Yeah. It's part of the deal.
His face.
Part of the deal. What happens when you get a pet? You have them for a while. They get old. They go away. Just like your grandma. Same shit, different species.
Yep.
What happens to grandma? You have her for a while. She gets old. She goes away. It's inevitable when you buy the pet. You're supposed to know it in the pet shop. It's going to end badly. You're purchasing a small tragedy. So look at him, isn't he cute? Oh shit, he's gonna die! Unless you're in your 80s and you're buying a tortoise.
Tortoise can live a long time.
Annie just got old, that's all. Got old, hips started to go. First sign of trouble with Annie, hips. Just like my grandma. Isn't that odd? 2 members of the same family, different species, same symptoms. Makes you think. Maybe not. Even the names were similar. Granny and Annie. Annie got that hip dysplasia. It's kind of a spinal degenerative disease where they can't hold up their hind legs anymore. It's gradual. They start drooping those legs. They start dragging them. Oh, it's a terrible thing to see. It's horrible if you love the dog. They're scraping their legs and everything, just dragging behind them. It's no way to live. And it pisses you off because you wound up with half a goddamn dog. Here's a front end that is perfectly serviceable. Oh, shit, she'd have been a Chevrolet. She could have been rebuilt. You'd come in the driveway, she'd be sticking out behind a bush. Say, look, she's okay. And then the rest of her would come on, oh, shit. Oh.
That's messed
Gets worse and worse and worse. And there's nothing you can do about it. And finally, it got so bad, Annie couldn't even get out where the trucks were. So I had to intervene on her behalf. I had to get some people to come to the house and essentially whack my dog. We put a contract out on Annie. But we whacked her when she was eating a big plate of pasta like they do in the gangster movies. We knew Annie would like that. So Annie went away, just like my grandma. Actually, it was a little bit different. I believe we whacked my grandma in the beauty salon.
That's messed up.